Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, I got up this morning, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, and then all of a sudden it dawned on me. I want to share something with you that I've kind of done informally in the past, but never really did anything official, and I think it might be kind of fun. Those of you who've been watching my vlog for a while know that at some point I want to take the money that I earned from my house sale in California and buy a house here in Waco. And there have been a few times where I've gone out just to kind of look around and see what the market is, see what kind of houses are available, see what the prices are, and just get some ideas what I'm going to go through when I do it for real. So we're going to do that today. We're going to go look at some of the houses in the area that I could probably afford at some point when I get to that point. I'm not going to buy any of these houses because I'm not ready to do it yet, because it all depends on finding a job local, and I'm still working on that. But I think it might be interesting to go and see some of the houses that are in the area that are kind of in my price range and would be potential options. It at least gives me an idea what the market looks like, and I think it might be an interesting vlog. So let's go do that. All right, we are in the neighborhood of Woodway. Woodway is kind of on the southwestern corner of Waco, and it's kind of a nice little neighborhood, kind of in a rural area. I like the fact that it has a lot of like trees and stuff like that around it. And I'm looking at this house right now. This house is 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 1,600 square feet, and they're asking $188,000 for it. It's been on the market for about 10 days. It's got a nice little front yard. First instincts is those stairs going up to the front door. Those definitely need to be replaced. Been undermined a little bit by the weather, but you know what? That's probably something that could be done fairly easily. It's not a fully established house at this point. At least some of these trees aren't very old, and that's, you've known from other houses I've looked at that one of the things I really love is big old trees. Now this is a corner lot, so that would be one thing to consider. 2-car garage, obviously. I guess that massive front yard, at least what I'm used to, because I had no front yard in California. And a decent sized backyard. It's probably 2 or 3 times the size of the yard I had in California, which is, like I said, one of the things I wanted to do is try and find a nice big backyard, get some nice property, and maybe other houses might be an option. But it's a nice neighborhood. I could probably live with something like this. It's got a little bit of a side yard too. Got potential, at least something to consider. It's a good deal for $188,000. I'd probably want to replace the chain link fence with something to provide a little bit more privacy. That's just me. And I'm guessing just kind of the way the things are laid out here that while you have the 2-car garage here, it probably goes into this part of the building too. So you probably have like laundry there. So it's almost like a 2.5-car garage. So that'd be a decent space. I have 1 car, which I could very easily pull out onto the driveway if I wanted to do that and do some work. And if I just had a little project, there's still probably about 1.5 garage lengths in there to do that. So like I said, potential. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Yeah, this is the other side of the yard. Like I said, maybe not what I'm going to look for, but it gives me an idea what the market's looking like. It is a nice neighborhood. Like I said, those stairs in the front are a mess. Now this house is literally just a couple of blocks from where the other house was. It is significantly larger. It's this house right in front of me here. This one is 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, about 4,000 square feet. It's on an absolutely pretty big size chunk of land here. I really like the backyard. Looks like it's got a basketball hoop back there. Yeah, a lot of room to do stuff back here. I do kind of like the tree in the front yard. It's kind of dead looking right now just because of the time of year it is. Now there is one thing that's a little bit concerning about this to me, and that is the house has only been on the market for 12 days, and for some reason they have already lowered the price, and they've lowered the price significantly. Apparently about a week ago they lowered the price by $119,000. So it's down to $250,000 now. It makes you wonder if there's something wrong with it here. I'm not sure. Now, I was initially thinking that that was a garage down there. Doesn't seem like it is a garage, or maybe it's a garage that's been transformed into a bedroom. That would kind of be a deal killer for me. House doesn't actually appear to be occupied right now. I don't see any furniture or anything inside the windows. So, like I said, I'm not sure what's going on. The light in the background is on. But, yeah, if there's not something like seriously wrong with it, I'd have to go figure that out and figure out why they've lowered the price, so much after 12 days. Like I said, it's a nice neighborhood. It's a pretty good sized house. Have to do a little cleaning up of the stuff in the front a little bit, but going down someone else's driveway here just to take a look at this backyard. Yeah, see, that backyard's pretty big. Nice little shed out there. Looks like they got a little enclosed patio area. $250,000 though. That isn't bad for a 4,000 square foot house. Definitely a beautiful neighborhood. A lot of nice houses here. Look at that one there. That's a beautiful house. See, I think this was at one point a garage. It looks like they've kind of transformed it into a bedroom of some sort. I see some water damage there. I'm also a little concerned about the foundation problems here, which could be part of the issue. Like I said, nice little entertainment area there. Big, massive backyard. Flash would love this. I love this big tree back here. I love trees like that. I think first thing I see is that have to do a recarpet in the place all the way across. It looks like the house is basically abandoned right now. That may have been a factor why they had to drop the price so much. But like I said, the carpet in there looks very 70s and dated. So this would definitely be a fixer-upper. I don't know, like I said, just something else to look at. Definitely a contender. It's a big house, has the potential to be turning into a nice place, but I think it looks like it needs a lot of work. So let's go on to the next one. All right, this is another nice little house. This one is 4 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. They've apparently done a lot of rework inside. I've seen some of the pictures inside, and I'm going to show you pictures of these houses as we do them. It's 1,850 square feet, about a 4/10 of an acre plot. It's got a nice big yard. I love the trees in the front. 2-car garage, and they're asking $239,000 for this one. This one's been on the market for about 20 days, and apparently about a week ago they dropped the price by $10,000. So I guess they were originally asking about 2.5, and now they're down to $239,000. That's got some potential, right? I mean, the color is kind of boring. I'd probably want to do something with the paint, but you know what? I got the ability to do that. It's a nice little neighborhood. Some pretty houses around here. Check out some of the lots here. Check out this house here. Just not the house being that spectacular, but just look at how big the front yard is. It's almost kind of hidden back there. Pretty nice big backyard there too. Looks like they got a shed on the side there. Looks like there's like an apartment complex behind it. That would kind of maybe be a downside. A couple of sheds back here. This is a nice big backyard. Flash would love this. I like the wood paneling on the shutters. That's kind of a cool touch. I definitely want to repaint the house. The house is kind of boring, but I don't really see any serious problems with it. Could use a little landscaping in the front. Nice big front yard though, that'd be nice. A lot of people do the chain link fences around these houses, and you know, like I said, I'd probably replace that with something else just to get a little bit more privacy back there. But you know, I'm never going to buy a house that's going to be exactly what I want. You know, that's the advantage of being somewhat of a handyman. You can do your own stuff. The only thing I really see as a downside is kind of that ugly apartment building behind it. But you know, it's possible, depending on how noisy that place is, that you could at least cover it up with some trees or something. I do see one thing on the side that I like, and that is I see a gas meter. That means there's gas appliances in there. Yeah, that's definitely something that's important to me, because I want my gas range. I'm tired of an electric range. All right, this is our next candidate here. This one is 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 2,000 square feet, and it's on about a quarter of an acre lot. They're asking $239,000 for this one. Apparently, they've done a lot of updates inside. I saw some of the pictures, and it's a pretty nice bathroom. One of the things I noticed is that it has a electric range, which will be an issue with me, but supposedly has an absolutely massive backyard, but just like a carport for a garage, so that would be a downside, I think. Kind of boring on this side, but I guess if you're sharing a driveway with your neighbors, that's kind of an issue. No, that's a 2-car garage there. It's a decent sized backyard. I don't think Flash would complain. Plenty of grass to munch on. Nice wooden deck. Got the privacy on this one. I'm not really a huge fan of having to kind of share the yard with the neighbors here, but you know what, that's one of those things you have to look for. Like I said, kind of a beautiful neighborhood. No junker houses in this area. It is kind of interesting that they all have like the shared driveway where the, you got half the house or half the property almost seeming like it's in your neighbor's yard. It's an interesting configuration. I do see a gas meter on there, so even if they do have an electric range, that's maybe something that could at least be fixed. Trees are a little tiny right now, but give them time, they could grow. I just really love the look of like a really old massive oak tree in the front yard, or an old maple tree. I also like the idea of the wood burning fireplace. That's kind of cool. I've never had a house with that. So it looks like there's actually people living in this one, so I'm not going to go up to the window and anything like that. But yeah, it's got some nice curb appeal, right? All right, let's go see what else is here. All right, I think this is going to be the last one we're going to look at today. This is just kind of our tour of Woodway, and all of the houses we've seen so far have been within a mile or two of each other. This one is 2,300 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's on like a more than a half an acre lot. The lot just goes back there for miles and miles and miles. In fact, there's actually half of the lot there is just all those trees in the background, which I would absolutely love. Now what I have to do is I'd have to fence in the front end here and also do the same on the other side. But one of the nice features of this house is that it's on a cul-de-sac, so there'd be very little vehicular traffic. It's almost at the end of the block, which is really nice. Nice 2-car garage. Decent driveway, so when I wanted to do my woodworking and stuff, I could just pull the car out onto the driveway. But look at that backyard. Holy cow. All that trees and all that stuff back there, that's like the halfway mark. It goes back twice as far as that yard is back into there. I'd love that. Yeah, look at the size of this backyard. You'd probably never see flash again in there. Yeah, you can see the fence back there. Love the old trees back here. Need a little cleaning up back there, but other than that, this would do. It looks like they got to pressure wash it a little bit back here. They got some stain on the concrete there on the brickwork. But other than that, the place looks really nice. Yeah, I could do something with this. I just love how wide this yard is. I mean, this thing is... That's clearly 150 feet to that fence over there, and it's at least twice that down to the back wall. Could go camping in your own backyard. See a little chunk of the corner of the foundation. It looks like they're broken out. Doesn't look like it's really serious though. I don't see any real problems here. A little bit of work on the fascia. I did see a gas meter on the other side, so even though the pictures inside show an electric range, it would be still very easy to convert it to gas. Like I said, that's important to me. Nice big long house. In kind of a decent neighborhood. I could feel comfortable in here. So anyway, I think that concludes our tour of houses in the Woodway area. This at least gave me an idea of some of the houses that are available. I see definitely some potential. There's a few that I would dismiss right away. That one that had all the damage to the foundation, I would be a little bit leery about that, but there's definitely some potential back here, and it's well within my price range. So anyway, I think that is all that I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Woodway, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.